Hello everybody and welcome to this Remote Max, and thought I would do a real quick video comparison between two 20x zoom PTZ cameras and a 25x zoom 4 megapixel PTZ camera. What we're looking at now is the older of the three, an 850 Amcrest PTZ. It's a IP2MP-850EB, and right now it says it's at zoom 10. So let's zoom it all the way in to 20. There's the quality of that image. Now this is a 2 megapixel. The next camera is a 25 times zoom. No, 20 times zoom. This is currently maxed zoom, but this is a 5 times, or I'm sorry, 5 megapixel. This is max zoomed in. This is the quality of its picture. Now I will adjust focus, or attempt to. There we go. I'm going to set preset 30 at this point. Then this one here is a 25 times zoom, 4 megapixel. Currently at 20x zoom. I have preset 30 set up here, called it tests. This is a 4 megapixel, 5 megapixel, 2 megapixel. Car going by. I don't know if you've seen it over there, but there's a freeway over here, highway. I'll zoom this all the way out so you can see where it's coming from, where it's going to. Oh, that's the 10. Plus I moved it up just a smidge. Whoops. All right, zoom it back in. All right, so that's 20x zoom. Again, the highway's over here. You see that car going by. Fluctuation of the camera head because this camera isn't very stable. It's a little bit windy out and raining. This is at 20x zoom at this current zoom ratio. I will zoom out so you can see they are in the same area. This one's just a little bit differently positioned. I will move this one up a little bit, get into traffic area, and I'm going to zoom in a little bit more. Now, while I did say this is a 25 times zoom, I do have it on digital zoom. So this digital zoom works kind of like some of my Samsung PTZs, where it actually will show the information in the display. So 23, 25, oops. So this is 25 times zoom, 4 megapixel. Two megapixel, 5 megapixel. Again, I'm going to try to adjust the focus a little bit, see if I can't. Nope. Of course, it doesn't help when it's moving. Pardon me. I mean, out of all of the pictures, in all honesty, I honestly think this 5 megapixel is the worst. This Amcrest camera is really, really hard to beat. However, this camera is even harder to beat. So 4 megapixel. Whoops. Went home. Let's go back to. And over just a little bit. Okay, I'm going to make that one 30. All right. So that's now been set as preset 30. Five megapixel, 4 megapixel, extremely vivid. To show you, we are on, I mean, that's the substream. That is the mainstream. We are, as you can tell, it's grayer, you know, a darker color gray here. We are on the mainstream. This is 4 megapixel at 25 times zoom. I mean, in truth, this 20 times zoom is almost right on top of the 25 times. I mean, if we look at the line here, and we look at the line here, yeah, this is definitely a little zoomed out. But yeah, wow, yeah, so this is definitely, yeah, this is definitely 5 times closer than this view. I'm going to zoom out and zoom in so I don't lose it. Now, Amcrest does have, you know, the ability to turn on digital. The only problem is it doesn't do anything like this one does, where it'll actually show, like if I zoom in more, you know, that's 32. But remember, as you digitize the zoom, it gets pixelated, doesn't look that great. Let's go. Now, getting out of the digital part is kind of a lengthy process because of the way it's set up. And then, of course, I had it set. Whoops. I want to go to 25. All right, so 25. Let's go ahead and set this. So fluid, everything's running nicely. Even in this camera, they're running nicely through. The picture just doesn't look as nice. And then the Amcrest is really an amazing picture. And for this Amcrest camera being, a 2016 camera, I mean, we're talking 8 years of service, and this thing still looks as beautiful as it does at 2 megapixel. Now I've turned the other ones off to go home, so that's why they're able to maintain. The Amcrest I have set up to return to home after 3 minutes. And I could turn it off, it's just the other ones were easier to turn off. It's this one here, I can do it, I just didn't. But I just wanted to show the difference between 2 megapixel, this is the Amcrest 2 megapixel 20x zoom, 5 megapixel 20x zoom. Now again, this one is a 20x zoom Amcrest PTZ IR at night with IR zoom capability, so when you zoom in it actually shines a brighter. This is a 5 megapixel Annke, or Annke, however people want to pronounce it, say it, don't know how it's properly pronounced, but Annke. This is the WZ500. For somebody that doesn't have a PTZ, the cost of this camera makes it worth all of the problems that you'll have with it. This camera is very problematic. Besides quality of the picture, not a great quality, but you can see it gives you, good detail. You could tell that when the next car goes by. Anyway, you can tell even at this distance. So there goes a car. It's very fluid. It's not jerky. You're seeing it move up and down because of it being windy, and this doesn't have a very good stabilization. This one does not move at all. Again, this one does not move at all. This one is a Alibi 4 megapixel PTZ 25x zoom. This one is IR at night with a starlight sensor, so it does have the ability to, see color at night in low light. Not no light, but in low light. This camera here does have IR zoom and also has white light at night. So this one's IR with IR zoom, white light that is just full bright all the time. So what it gives you white light, it'll be at 1 times as it will be at 20 times. The only downside to this 25x zoom, beautiful picture, but IR at night, and the IR is what it gives you at 25 as it does at 1, but it is a low light camera, so it does still see very good at night. All right, till next time. This is Revo Max. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, please feel free to hit me up, and I'll try to answer any questions that I can. Till next time, this is Revo Max. Be safe.